Pharaoh, or in English Pharaoh, he asked Musa, or in English Moses, قال فرعون وما رب العالمين. You know, because he thought he was God, and he said in Surah A'la, فقال أنا ربكم الأعلى.
It says it in Surah Al-Nazi'at as well.
Sorry, Surah Al-Nazi'at. He said فقال أنا ربكم الأعلى. فحشر فنادى فقال أنا ربكم الأعلى. So he believed himself to be God. So when Musa or Moses approached him, it's like وما رب العالمين. Who's this Allah or Rabb al-Alameen that you're talking about, right? And then Musa said قال رب السماوات والأرض وما بينهما إن كنتم موقنين. Right, the Lord of the sky, the
heavens and the earth,
everything in between. In kuntum muqinin, if you want to have certainty, if you want to be convinced. And you know, Pharaoh, being who he is, a crazy guy, he said to his people, you know, قال لمن حوله على تستمعون. You know, are you listening? Like, kind of like, can you hear?
What am I saying?
Can you hear what he's saying? After I've said I'm God, he's coming to tell me
that someone else is God.
Right. Then Musa hit him with another punchline. قال ربكم ورب آبائكم الأولين. Your God and the God of your first forefathers. How about that? If you want to try and act smart, like you don't know what we're talking about, Pharaoh. Do you know what I mean? And then it goes back and forth. Pharaoh says he's crazy. Musa says رب المشرق والمغرب وما بينهما إن كنتم تعقلون. Right? The Lord of the East, no, Mashriq, Western, and the East, and everything in between that. In kuntum taqilun, if you use your brain, aql, if you want to reason and use your brain. So I think it's important for us as Muslims to use our intellect and our aql, what Allah gave us, to understand who Allah is and use it in a positive way. What would you say?
No, I'd say to touch on that, I think, I mean, you were asking why would we start with Who Is Allah? I think there's no better way to start the podcast, episode 1, by starting off with the deity that starts everything.
Right.
That everything comes from.
Right.
Allah, right? The creator of all creation. So I think there's no better way than to start off with the question of who is Allah?
Right.
And giving some sort of context from the Quran and from the Sunnah and from what we see around us in our daily life.
Yeah. And how important that is.
Yeah, and the tranquility it brings from knowing who God is. Do you know what I mean?
A deep understanding. When you have a deep understanding of it.
Knowing, I think there's a power. There is power that comes from knowing that you're never alone.
Right.
Especially,
what's that ayah?
Which one?
Allah says he's close. I don't know it.
Surah Al-Baqarah.
Yeah, when my parents called.
وَإِذَا سَأَلَكَ عِبَادِي عَنِّي فَإِنِّي قَرِيبٌ أُجِيبُ دَعْوَةَ الدَّاعِ إِذَا دَعَانِ.
What does that mean?
If my servants ask about me, tell them I am close.
Qareeb.
Yeah,
near.
Qareeb, I'm near.
Yeah.
I answer the call. I answer the supplication.
Right.
If you want to be rightly guided.
Jameel.
So I think that even in today's society, when you look at like illnesses and people killing themselves because of depression, because of being lonely, right? I mean, think of the tranquility that knowing that you're never alone, what that can do to a person.
And to touch on what you said about, you know, people, we have to use certain terms, unaliving themselves because of the algorithms and this and that.
Fair.
I was watching I saw a small clip, and they were just talking about, and they were touching on, may Allah have mercy on our brothers who are over there, and sisters and children and everyone. You don't hear about people unaliving themselves in
never
in Gaza or
never
Palestine.
Never.
Because the connection
is strong,
and the strength of Iman and their connection with Allah is so strong that even there's higher rates.
Even though you could make the argument
there's higher rates of suicide here than there.
And you can make the argument that they have more of a reason to do so.
Exactly. That's exactly what the woman was saying. She was saying she was saying you don't hear about it, and guess what? You're just never going to hear about it because they don't do those things because they're so connected with Allah. So I done some research on the Arabic word Allah. What does Allah actually mean? Because for a long time the word Allah, for me and you, was a word of comfort. For me and you, was a word of importance. It was a word of, you know, majesty. But for a lot of people, especially living in the West and the UK, you know, the word Allah can get people's back up. When they hear that word, they can almost be on the defense already. If someone hears Allahu Akbar, they might think
panicking.
They might think in 5 seconds
They're crossing a road.
Do you know what I mean? Something might go off, and I'm not trying to be funny or trying to make the deen a joke, but this is if they heard Allahu Akbar,
it's mad.
Do you get me?
Funny,
you can't just say those things.
Tell you a quick story. Oh, actually, I don't know.
And look at your name.
Yeah, come on.
You've had to grow up with that.
Do you know what I mean?
So what, do you know what I mean? Osama.
Yeah, that's a mad one.
You was going through it. I know you was.
Nowadays, it commands respect when I walk into.
Stop it. So yeah, the name Allah, I don't think people talk about how that name alone had a lot of stigma attached to it, based on what's going on in the media, and how strong the media is. So I wanted to get back to the essence of where did the name Allah come from, that linguistically. So I've done a bit of research and I saw that there's a scholarly debate between it, right? Is the word Allah, they call it Ism al-Mushtaq, or is it Ism al-Jamid? Meaning, does the word Allah, is it derived from something, or is it its own word? So like kind of like the word kitab. Kataba. It has a ka, a ta, and a ba from the root. And then, so that's a mushtaq because it has a root. Kataba, yaktub. Do you know what I mean? And then
to write.
Right. And then, so one group of scholars said, it is a mushtaq. It comes from ilah. And when you put the al, definitive article in front of ilah,
it's the.
Exactly.
Translates.
Alif goes.
Al translates to the.
It turns into lam. What do you call it? Sunlan, Shamsiya, and then it turns into Allah. So it comes from the word ilah. That's what.
So al-ilah is Allah, which in translation would be the God.
God, the only God, the God.
The God.
Definitive.
Quite literally means the God.
Definitive article, the God. Which God? The God, the only God, right? And then a group of scholars differed on that, and they said actually they believe it's jamid. It doesn't come from anything, similar to the word shams. Similar to the word qamar. Those words don't derive from anything. So linguistically, that's what I discovered, where the word Allah comes from. And we're always open to correction and criticism. That's not something we are against. So if we make any mistakes, guys, feel free, comment, correct us, and